Hey, what's up, friends? Welcome back to another episode of Inside My Brain. Thanks for following me on this little channel. I've got some more cool licks to show you that you can hopefully steal and then use them to impress all of your friends. So let's get right to it. The lick of today is this bad boy. Okay, this got a lot of hits on my Instagram channel, so it must be cool to somebody. And what's going on this lick? Well, it's a Mixolydian idea. Mixolydian being the fifth mode of the major scale, so probably if you're watching this video and tuning in, you probably already know what that is. Outlining a dominant 7 sound. It could be just a plain old E flat 7, or maybe an E flat sus. But basically it's a major scale with a flat 7. Before I just break the lick down completely, let me just talk about a couple of different concepts that I was using when I played this lick. The first of which would be the idea of using triad pairs. And what I mean by triad pairs is just that there are two sets of triads that I can use together to create this dominant 7 sound or Mixolydian sound. In this case, we're in the key of E flat, like I said. So there are two major triads that I can use to really drive that sound home. It would be D flat, or just, and E flat. And E flat, of course, is the root of the whole thing. So D flat and E flat together get a nice dominant 7 sound. And it's good to learn those triad pairs like that. Those were open inversions, but it's good to learn them, close. And also learn them more open, spaced out. It's just a great thing to practice on a guitar neck for dexterity or just for expanding your musical vocabulary. So those are the two triads that we started with. The first one was D flat, like I said. The other thing I added to this was that in a major scale, if E flat was the 5th scale degree, that means we're in the key of A flat. So D flat would be the 4. What is the 4th scale degree of the major scale? Lydian. This is major 7 sharp 11. So just a major 7 sharp 11 chord. There's one possible way to play it. That's just a major 7 sharp 11. Or flat 5, it's the same thing. For the first line of that lick, I'm doing a D flat Lydian run up the neck. Now, when I did this little run, I also organized the fingering patterns in a way that would sound a little less like I was just going up a scale and more like I put some musical thought behind it, which I may or may not have done. Let's see what I did there. The way I see it, when you play 3 notes on a string, you have several different choices to arrange the 3 notes on whatever string. You can go 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, 1, 3, 1, 2, etc. Depending on how many notes you're playing on a string, but it's good to arrange those. For this particular lick, I decided to play 2, 3, 1, going up my D flat Lydian mode. Now, what else I did was kind of told myself, okay, I'm going to do a pattern of 3 notes on a string, then 1 note, then 3 notes on the next string, 1 note on the next string, etc., until I get to the top, which is where I usually have a turnaround point where things get deviated from a little bit. So the run slowly, if we're in D flat, the first note I played was E flat. That was the 2, so it's like this. Then 1 note, 3 notes, 1 note, 3 notes, and they're same pattern. So that already has a nice musical sound. It's a lot better than just going up a scale. And then when I get to the top, I just repeat the 3 note pattern because I'm actually going to play 4 notes on that string. I slide down 1 fret to my C natural. That's just an A flat major scale fragment. 1, 2, 3, 1. So when I get to this A flat scale fragment, you can kind of follow that little pattern. You can keep going with something like that depending on what the scale is. Now I didn't quite go down the pattern in this lick because again, I'm not trying to just play patterns. I'm trying to make it somewhat melodic or musical, like it had some thought. So when I got to the top, and I hit my 7, C, now notice, that's an A flat major triad. So you have A flat, C natural, E flat, A flat, C natural again. So it's just a triad really. Notice an A flat major triad over D flat gives you a very colorful D flat major 7 sound. You don't have that sharp 11 that we're using, but still you have a nice major 7. And we've already nailed our sharp 11. So that's an important thing to remember as well as far as putting triads together. So again, last little fragment I did, I landed on the A flat. And that's the first half of this lick. Now then, moving to the second half, which really nails the E flat Mixolydian sound, is just an E flat dominant 7 arpeggio for the most part. And it went something like this slowly. Now you will notice I added a blue note in there. I slid from an F sharp up to my G natural. So what I did here, the way I'm arranging this little sequence of notes, is I'm doing 2, 1, 2. As where the last one was 3, 1, 3, this is 2, 1, 2. I'm starting on E flat and hammering on up to my 3rd, then 1 note, which is the 5th, B flat, D flat, our flat 7, F, which is our 9. So then I'm going to play 1 note here, which is our 4, or in this case, A flat. That's B flat up to D flat, F, which is our 9. And now check this out, another A flat major triad. So there's that A flat major triad again. So maybe think about that. A flat over E flat. Kind of gives you a little bit of a sus vibe. You don't have a 7 in there. Well, we already hit the 7 when we were coming up. There's the 7. And then the 9. Come down our A flat major triad. Then our blue note, just to give it a bluesy vibe. Playing my 1 and then my 5 right beneath it. And now I'm doing another little sequence. I'm playing my D flat, F, E flat to B flat. That's my 4, A flat, D flat, B flat, G, E flat. That's a nice little sequence too, just to mix up notes. And it's also important to note that the way I'm phrasing this internally, because you can't really tell from the video, but how I feel it, the first note of that line, E flat, is a pickup note. So you can think of it as the and of 4, and 1. So one more time slowly. Now let's play the entire lick again slow. Now you can play it legato. You can use as many hammer-ons and pull-offs as you want. When you're picking this, sometimes I have a tendency to slur things as much as possible, or sweep a couple of strings that are close together to keep it smooth, or use your middle finger and do a hybrid picking. So you could play that second phrase like, and then pluck that with your middle finger. Also pluck that one with your middle finger. Like that. Or you can just pick everything. It just depends on your personal style. I'm not going to tell you which way you should do it because everybody's technique is different, and I think the greatest players usually have some wacky stuff going on in their technique that's maybe not conventional that your classical guitar teacher told you to do. Literally every time I play that lick, I'll probably play it a little bit different. It almost kills me trying to remember it exactly the way I did it on the original video, but that's cool because it's music and it's organic and it's art. So one more time now, fast. And as you can see, I probably did something different technique-wise when I was picking those strings just then. There's no right way. Again, if it sounds right, it is right. And also remember that you can play fast and sloppy or clean and slow. You should probably play it clean and slow before you try to play it fast, and then speed will come. I hope this is helpful. Please let me know in the comments, and if there's something you'd like me to slow down on or explain differently, just let me know because I'll read the comments. Even if they're not very nice, I'll still read them. But hopefully this helps you and you can work on this and throw it into your bag of tricks. Thank you for watching this again, and I'll see you next time.